Hey, what's up? It's Sugar from SoundKandy Studio. Let's take a look at Vocal Runs 2. Vocal Runs 2 by Studiolinked. It says Workstation. We had Vocal Run 1 and we liked that very much, and now we have Vocal Runs 2. So let's talk about the UI. On the on the left-hand side, you have ADSR. You can see what that means: attack, decay, sustain, and release. On the right-hand side, you have a bunch of controls: rate, depth, guide, cutoff, pitch bend, and reverb. And in the center, you simply have a output meter, which you just slide up and down. And then more importantly, you have a bunch of vocal runs. Now they're split between, well, I guess 3 sections. You have the combos, you have the major, and you have the minor kits. I'm not going to go through them all, and I'm just going to touch a few of them very, very quickly. Deliberately, because I would encourage you to buy it, because it's a really good product and it's relatively cheap. So if you're doing anything such as R&B, hip hop, maybe even trap, this is a really good product to have. So let's talk about what we get in the kit. So I'm going to go, let's take a very quick look at a combo. What does a combination mean, or a combo? So we're going to load it up, but we'll hit a key. So generally the major and minor chords are split between 1 octave. So let's take a listen to what this combo has installed. Let's have a look. So that's the kind of sounds you have. Now, if you're making beats, I think you just need to be a bit imaginative. The other thing I would say about using these, I think if you're using them, you should really use them sparingly. Don't just load the whole track up with a bunch of random runs. It doesn't sound that good, in my opinion. However, if you disagree, please feel free to say so in the comments. But I try to tend to use these things sparingly. So I've made a track, and I've used a few of them on that particular track, and I'll play that in a minute for you. But let's just keep going on, and let's have a look at what else we got. So we've got a bunch of, as I said, major and minor kits. So we've got a bunch here and all the way down to 33. I think there's about 50 in here or so. So let's just randomly pick anything. Let's go to a major kit, and it's kit 45, and we'll hear what that sounds like. Now, what I would say, if you're using a 3-octave keyboard, you probably want to go to something like a 5 so you get the maximum, or you can just go up by an octave or down by an octave to just hear all the sounds. So let's just play something for you. Let's see what it sounds like.
Hey, oh,
Now, I think this lady has a really wonderful voice, excellent tones, and if you're quite creative, you can certainly make something out of it. So this is a major kit. Let's go to a minor kit and see what that sounds like. So as you can see, we've got pitch. Let's have a look. Let's just try this out. We've got pitch bend on here. So if we press any one, let's go for this one here. And let's pitch bend. This is on 50%. Let's pitch bend all the way up. See what that sounds like. Let's try the glide and see what that sounds. Let's just go all the way up, or pretty much. And let's try that with the rate and see what that sounds like. So you get the gist of this thing here. So on the final side, on the right hand side, you have a low and high pass filter. So generally, it's not very difficult. It's not very complicated, but it is a really nice product. Once again, I would say I'm going to leave a link in the description to where to find this. But my advice is, if you're using this, use it sparingly. When I'm using this to do some, say, R&B or some hip hop, I generally try to either put it on the bridge or on a chorus part if I don't have a vocal. But I think when people are making music and they're doing it without a vocalist or a rapper or whatever, they tend to overload the track. And honestly, again, in my opinion, it doesn't sound that good. So let's just go through a couple of more. Let's have a listen to this. This is kit number 17. And obviously, as you can hear, in between those octaves, so if we play this one, so it's going up by a semitone. So you can hear that you're just simply transposing it up by a semitone each time. Let's do one more. Let's try and go all the way. Let's try this one here and see what that sounds like. That's nice as well. I haven't really found many of them that I don't like. I quite like them. Let's just talk about what would we want to see on this going forward? Probably, let's see. Probably treble and bass, just a quick treble and bass on there would probably be useful. They have this arrow pointing towards a female, and clearly these are all female vocals. There are no male vocals in here, so I'm not sure why they have this here. Perhaps they're going to have a add-on kit where they can load that up too, which would be very, very good. But other than that, it's quite a basic interface. It doesn't need to be anything elaborate, but I do like the sounds on it, and I find them very useful. Okay, so let's talk about the track that I made. I'm going to just mute this, and I'm going to play the track that I've made now. Full disclosure, I've played the bass on this, I've played the guitar on this, and a couple of chords on it, and programmed the drums. So it's a very short track. It's probably 3 minutes long, but I'm not going to play it all. We're just going to play enough so that you can hear those a few of the vocals in situ, as it would be, and let me know what you think in terms of this pack. If you like it, if you don't, if there's an alternative pack that you do like, let me know what that is too, and we can probably have a look at that. Okay, that's it for me. I'm going to play you out the track. As I said, I'm using all of the vocals very sparingly, so there aren't a lot in here. I don't see a point in overloading any track with a huge amount of vocals unless it's absolutely necessary. That's it for me. Until next time, take care. Goodbye.